This is going to look at calculating retention factors. We abbreviate these as RFs. In the past, they were also known as reaction fronts. And basically, we are looking at the distance that a band went in relation to the total distance that the solvent went on a chromatography plate. It does not matter whether you are doing thin layer or paper chromatography, they work in the same way. Since we did paper chromatography, we're going to look at it with paper. We are trying to digitize our results because once we have the results digitized, then we can compare these values with someone who also did the same process. Here we have got the chromatography papers that we ran with 3 different solvents. And you can see that we have different color bands in here. I have aligned the starting points on all of these, and I have inserted a ruler on the left-hand side for reference. Next, we draw a baseline at 0. Then on the top, we place a line at the entire distance that the solvent traveled. This line is for the 2 outer solvents. The total distance is 5.6 centimeters. Let's pick a band in here, and we have picked this one on the right-hand side and marked it with a purple oval. We can mark the center of the oval, and we can see that it is approximately 3.5 centimeters. Therefore, we can calculate the RF of this particular band by taking 3.5 and dividing it by 5.6, and this will give us an RF of 0.625. So we can describe that band as yellow in color with an RF of 0.625. Let's pick another band, this time in the center. Here the solvent traveled 4.75 centimeters. We also have a top band at about 4.75 centimeters. So our calculation would be 4.75 divided by 4.75, which gives us an RF of 1. Therefore, we know that the band went with the solvent all the way to the top. We could choose other bands, such as this one here, which really looks like 2 separate bands. Or we could choose this lower yellow band and compare this across to the first one we calculated. Here we have a green band on the second strip. Down here we have a red band that did not travel much with this solvent. We could determine the RF for all of these. Basically, you look at how far the solvent went on the chromatography paper and what is the center of that band, and then calculate the RF. It's a fairly easy process that we can use to be able to digitize the result. And once we have the RF calculated, we can then compare them to another.